Welcome to Chemistry Sea World.
Hello my dear students, welcome to Chemistry Sea World. Today we are going to be discuss that gas laws. How the gas laws is used. What is the necessity for using of gas laws? Here the gas laws is used for especially to explain the behavior of gases, to understand the behavior of gases. Okay now. So there are many laws we have, like Boyle's law, Charles law, and Gay-Lussac's law, and Avogadro's law, so there are so many gases we have, like laws we have. So let us going to be discuss today Boyle's law and Charles law. So let us going to be discuss that Charles law, Boyle's law today. Okay, let me go for it now. So Boyle's law. Boyle's law. So what do you mean by Boyle's law? At constant temperature, at constant temperature, at constant temperature, at constant temperature, if increases in the wall, if increases in the pressure, if increase in the pressure, the volume is decreases. The volume is decreases. What should we do here? At constant temperature, if increase in the pressure, the volume is decreases. How it is be? Let us go for explanation. So I am going to be taken here a gas container which contain the volume V, and here, so there is a pressure, so which is going to be exerted by the piston. So this is called piston antenna. This is called piston. So which is going to be exerted pressures, and this is a content of gas. Inside what is there? Gas will be there. Okay now. Here I am applying the pressure here. 1 atmosphere pressure I am going to be applying. Here volume is nothing but V, we can say that. See that I am going to be taken pressure increases. I am going to be increases in the pressure now. When I am going to be increase the pressure, the piston moves down. That means the piston comes to like this. The gas molecules, what are there, that will undergo for closure. So that means undergo for closure. The molecular attraction will become more when compared to first case. So volume, what happened? The volume is going to be this one. Pressure let be 2 atmosphere, we can say that. So the volume is become like this. So this is when we are going to be increasing the pressure. So same temperature, at room temperature we can say that here. At room temperature. At room temperature. This one also at room temperature we can say that. So same temperature, there will be increase in the pressure. there will be increase in the pressure. So when we are going to be increase in the pressures, the molecules undergoing for closure and the volume is going to be decreases. So this is about Boyle's law. Let us go for a mathematical expression. So this is a diagrammatic expression. So I think you understood this. Let us go for mathematical expression. Here, see that P is inversely proportional to volume. So when we are going to be increasing the pressure, volume should be decreases. P is inversely proportional to volume. P is equal to K by B, where K is equal to constant. Which constant? Proportionality constant. Where K is equal to constant. Then PV is equal to what happened? K. PV is equal to K. So this is a mathematical expression of Boyle's law. So let us go for two different gases. Let us take in that gas 1. Let us take in that gas 2. I am taking here two gases. One is gas 1, gas 2. According to Boyle's law, P1 is inversely proportional to 1 by V1. Then P1 is equal to K by V1. Then P1 V1 is equal to K. So this is about first gas. Next, P2 is inversely proportional to 1 by V2. P2 is equal to K by V2. K is where we know that proportionality constant. P2 V2 is equal to K. Yeah. Let it be equation number 1. Let it be equation number 2. According to Boyle's law, so we have got these two equations. So in that equation 1 and equation 2, K is equal to P1 V1, K is equal to P2. Then we can write that P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. This is going to be called combining gas laws, combining Boyle's law, combining of two gases. So this is going to be a Boyle's law mathematical expression. So let us go for graphs. How we are going to be represent in the form of graphs. I hope that you are going to understood this, right? So here pressure is inversely proportional to volume. So this is tells about Boyle's law. So this is tells about Boyle's law. Okay. So I'm going to be taken here a graph between the pressure versus volume. Pressure versus volume. So when we are going to be taken the pressure in the x-axis and volume in the y-axis, you may go for observe that a gas is going to be called hyperbola. What you can call hyperbola, you are going to be observed. Okay, so this is what you call a graph between the pressure versus volume. Pressure versus volume. So let us go for any one point. I'm going to be taken here one point. See that I'm going to be taken here. Volume is here. The pressure is here. So let it going to be, this is 0. Let it be 1, 2, 3, 4. We can say that. So here also 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. You can say that like this. Just imagine that. You can imagine. Here volume is here. Now I am going to be taken here the point. Pressure is going to be increases. Then what happened? Volume is going to be decreases. Pressure is increases, volume decreases. So this will shows that a graph between pressure versus volume. This will shows that a graph between pressure versus volume. So at constant temperature, Okay, Let us take this graph in between the pressure and volume versus in between the pressure versus volume. So let us take different temperatures. Let us take up different temperatures. See that. Let us take at different temperatures. So let it be called T1, T2, T1, T2, T3. So what is this one? We are taking at different temperatures. Same pressure versus volume we are going to be taking. So when we are going to be taking this like this one, we can call, when we are going to be drawn a graph between the pressure versus volume. So we get a hyperbola. So this is called as, we can that isotherms we can call. What we can call? Isotherms. Here we are going to be observed that temperature T1, T2, T3. So T3 is always greater than that of T2 is always greater than that of T1. So T3 is greater than, T2 is greater than T1. So this is the graph between pressure versus V, that is volume. Okay, na? Have you understood this? So let us go for another graph. I am going to be taking the pressure or volume. Pressure or volume in the x-axis. Pressure or volume in the x-axis. Product of pressure and volume in the y-axis. When we are going to be taken like this graph, we are going to be get a straight line. We are going to be get a straight line along the x-axis. It is parallel to x-axis. It is parallel to x-axis. Whatever, either pressure or volume you should take in the x-axis, you should take on the y-axis, product of pressure and volume. So this is one of the graph. Then we have one more graphs. We have still more. We are going to discuss. Yeah. Here, pressure versus 1 by V. So pressure versus 1 by V. Pressure versus 1 by V. So when we are going to be taken here, 1 by V on x-axis, sorry, pressure, 1 by V on x-axis, pressure on y-axis. So we are going to be get straight line through horizon. We are going to be get straight line through horizon. Alani, when we are going to be taken 1 by P versus volume. So this graph also we are going to be get that straight line through horizon. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. Okay. So this is about pressure versus 1 by V, 1 by P versus V. So let us go for log P versus log K. Log P versus log B. Log P versus log B. Yeah, I'm going to be taken in the log P on x-axis, log V on y-axis. And I'm going to be taken that graph, it will get like this. So this is slope we are going to be have, and this is called intercept, log K we can say that, intercept. Okay, na? Slope M is equal to, we are going to be get, how we are going to be get the equation, see that PV is equal to N constant. Let us apply log on both sides. Log PV is equal to, we can get log K. Log K. Okay, na? Log K. Then log P plus log V is equal to, we can say that log K. According to formula, log of AB is equal to log A plus log B. Log A plus log B. Sorry. Log B. Okay. Then since that we are going to be get like this, I'm going to be send it log K that side. log v is equal to what we needed, log v is equal to minus log p plus log k. So let us going to be imagine that this is going to be y, so this is going to be called m, x, and this is called c. C is called intercept. So m is equal to how much? Minus 1 will get. M is equal to slope is equal to we get minus 1. So let us imagine that y is equal to mx formula, mx plus c formula. Then we are going to be get on x-axis log v, on y-axis log v, on x-axis log v. The slope will be minus 1 and c is going to be get log k, that is intercept. Okay, Rana? So this is about the graphs. Okay, I hope you that you are going to be enjoy the class. If you are going to be like the video, share, subscribe, and thank you.